Hi folks, Aaron here. Welcome back to another anime review. Today we're looking at the second episode of Violet Evergarden. Now, this episode presented what I was worried about the show in terms of reviewing it. And hopefully you guys understand, these reviews might be short for Violet Evergarden because it's a slice of life show. It's not that it's a bad slice of life. I really love this week's episode. I love the ending. I think the ending was so, holy crap. It took your breath away for a second for the fact that you had the title drop. And then you had the one colonel talking to the girl and saying, "Oh, he's never coming back." Talking about the general, or excuse me, the major. I'm sorry. And we find out that the major was his best friend. We also find out the major was a marquis, so he was a rich boy, but he was still someone who earned his rights in the military, and that's interesting. I love that. And I also loved how we saw Violet get closer with some of the characters and stuff like that in this week's episode. So that was good too. The problem is that with slice of life shows in general, no matter how beautiful they are, because again, this show is beautiful, no matter how amazing they sound, again, also sounds amazing. That violin scene with Violet and Erica, who was one of the girls at the autumn memoir dolls, that was beautiful and touching. It's so perfect for that scene. But the problem is that lo and behold, with slice of life shows, there's this kind of, I want to say, normality to it. Like, it goes by certain beats, and there are certain moments where yes, things happen, you're like, oh crap, that happened, I can't believe it. And then there are times where it's just very slow and calm, and that's not a bad thing, don't get me wrong. I don't mean that to be like, oh, I hate this show or anything like that, but it makes it where every episode's going to follow that formula, and it's going to be an issue with the show to review it. So I do hope you guys understand it's going to be shorter reviews. I will talk about the stuff I like, obviously, which I mentioned already, and I will talk about the stuff I disliked, but don't expect really long reviews from this. It's the bottom line to it. I can't really push it. I don't want to push, long reviews where I'm just rambling and stuff like that. It's, to me, that's pointless. But, like I said, probably one of the best parts of this week's episode was definitely seeing Violet in terms of, she's getting closer to understanding what the autumn memoirs doll do, but at the same time, she's pushing people's buttons. One of the girls there can't stand her because she feels like she just doesn't fit that role. Another one, who Erica, as we meet, has mixed feelings because she feels like, yes, she has the reason to be there, but at the same time isn't, really suited for that job. And, tries to stand up for her at one point because the other girl tries to get her fired from, the major, or excuse me, the colonel. But, she's trying to say, like, hey, listen, don't give her a chance. She could do it. She could learn. And that's why it's kind of cool that we see that apparently she's going to go to a school for training to be a better auto memoir dolls. But we'll see what happens with that. But I did like that she had some friction this week. So that's what's interesting alone. But for me, probably the worst thing about the show right now is that I hope, and it's not really a per se 100% bad thing, but it's something that I hope that this show continues to go with these other characters. Like I said before, at the end of the episode, we get to see a little bit more about the colonel and his friend, the major, and we see that they were friends in high school. Actually, not friends in high school. They were friends in military school. But, I want to know more about it. Why was that, a rich kid, a marquis of all things, going to a war in the first place? Usually rich people don't tend to go into war. It's very rare. There's usually a reason for it. And I want to know, why did he do it? Why did he decide to go into such a deadly battle? I want to know more about the war. I want to know more about the concepts. I want to know about some of the characters. I really do like some of these characters, and I want to know their stories, etc. But, that's probably going to be the biggest worry that I have with the show, is if it focuses too much on Violet, it's going to be an issue. Because Violet's character is a one-trick pony. And I don't want to say that to piss people off, but it's very true because we know her character already. We get the idea of it. She is a character that has been militarized in every form of the word. She was raised on the battlefield essentially to be a certain way, and then to fight and to kill, to go endless nights without sleep and still go out on the battlefield and kill and defeat people. And that's a problem with the show, is that at the moment, if we focus too much on Violet, it's never going to deviate from that right now because she's still learning to get civilized. She's trying to learn how to become this character that's in a regular nature world. She's not trying to be in the military anymore. And, if they do that for 10 episodes, it'll get kind of stale, to be honest with you. So I'm hoping that we get some of the more other characters and we don't focus on Violet every second. I hope we get some of these characters that they talk about themselves, we get to know their backstory, and then we see Violet, progressing towards becoming more civil and more humanized. I mean, for the fact that we see, even at the end, it seems like she's getting a little bit more, I want to say, kinder in terms of everything. that's a good push. But you don't need to focus now on her solely for this. Go focus on some other characters. Go back to her. Maybe a little time skip here and there. I think that would be a good way to do the show. But that's my opinion. What do you guys think? I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Let me know. As always, guys and girls, if you like my reviews, please think about hitting the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video, etc. I will talk to you guys later. Hopefully to see you tomorrow and my next reviews. God bless you all. Have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.